Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. In this video, I'm going to do another example of using conditional blocks with LaunchFlows to change the outcome depending on what somebody has in their cart. This is an outstanding way to modify your sales funnels with WooCommerce to adjust to the user's behavior as they go. This is also a great complement to the tag-based method that you can use after somebody has already registered and logged in. So this is ideally for use on new customers as well as after people have logged in, but it definitely shines before they've logged in. Here's the setup. We've got a standard checkout. We want to show an upsell or an order bump depending on whether somebody has a cart total between X and Y. In this case, I'm going to say between $100 and $200. Let's take a look at how this works, and then we'll go ahead and show you how to set it up. We're going to go over here to our shop, and we're going to go ahead and add in a regular piece of pizza. In this case, it's only $25, so if I add it by itself, it's not going to trigger any additional offers. However, let's increase the value of the order somewhat and see how that changes things. If I go back over to my shop, I'm going to add, let's say, another piece of pizza. And in this case, I know they're $25 a piece. So I'll add 5 pieces of pizza. Those are very expensive pieces of pizza. You'll notice that my cart total is now $150. It's between $100 and $200, and as such, we've got a LaunchFlows order bump. Now we're giving somebody the opportunity to get a bonus that they wouldn't have gotten unless they had ordered a certain amount. Now, it's maybe unusual to put a cap on it, but it just goes to show that it's possible to do so. You also understand that, or you saw right here, that when I added the bonus, it removes the offer, thereby preventing somebody from being confused about why are you offering me this again. If I remove that, we can see the offer returns. So I've set up conditional blocks as follows. Here I've got a checkout page that was made by simply using the one-click checkbox of LaunchFlows. In Gutenberg or Classic, if you scroll down to the right side, you'll see the LaunchFlows checkout example. And here I simply check the checkbox to make any page or post into a WooCommerce checkout with the drag and drop capabilities and other functions of LaunchFlows. Then I put together 2 components. I used the LaunchFlows order bump block, and I added a regular heading. I wrapped them together into a group so that I could stylize them with a nice dashed red line, as well as with the conditional blocks. And here's what I did for the conditional blocks. Under visibility conditions, this time I configured it to be based upon the cart value. So if you scroll down, you'll see an option here for WooCommerce cart value. And then I said that the cart value needs to be between or more than 100 and less than 200. Now I was about to say that it might seem odd that you would limit the top end, but it really makes perfect sense, because what if I wanted to say you get a certain order bump offer if you get up to $200, but then we replace that with something if you go above $200, maybe an even better offer. The idea is that you can continue to add additional conditions at the bottom. And what's neat about that is you can do the reciprocal. So in this case, as I showed, said that if you have the select product of pizza in the cart, then hide the offer. So between 100 and 200, it shows. If the actual order bump product is in the cart, hide it. You can add and layer these together, and then you can save these as a preset. And the neat thing is, if you save it as a preset, you can literally make the same rule apply to hundreds and hundreds of products with no extra effort. Now, combined together with LaunchFlows, these 2 very inexpensive products, Conditional Blocks and LaunchFlows, make it possible to really build any kind of dynamic offer you want today. There's no beta, there's no waiting, there's no extra load. You simply go ahead and turn on the conditions and then apply the necessary offer product or order bump product, etc. In this example, I've got the bump. I could just as easily have gone ahead and put in an upsell. Simply use a different component from LaunchFlows. So here I would say LaunchFlows upsell. And I put that in place. And I would just put the same product here, 53226, and so on and so forth. I would maybe get rid of the bump. By using the componentry and the logic of LaunchFlows, it's very easy for you to get the results you want, including things like what's the next step page ID, what are the wordings on the buttons, what are the tags that are applied with WP Fusion, and so forth. I hope this gives you some creative ideas for what you can do with your sales funnels using LaunchFlows and the conditional blocks. I'll see you in the next video.